Long.
Here.
Greenwell.
Here.
Here.
Are there any conflicts of interest statements?
No, sir.
No.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting of January 16th, 2025.
Motion to approve those minutes.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Number 5, bid openings.
Good morning to the board.
Good morning, Mr.
Sorry for the
Button.
last minute addition.
That's okay.
I have for you today opening of quotes per the Indiana statute. These expected to be less than $150,000. This is for modifications to the median at Florida Avenue.
Gotcha.
So if I could bring these up
Yes.
to present these to the board to read aloud, and then we'll refer to the consultant for review.
Okay. Okay, the first quote is from Milestone Contractors. And their quote is $53,028.32. $53,028.32. And that's from Milestone Contractors. The second one is from J&J Newell Contractors. And their quote is $51,246.20. Again, $51,246.20. And that's from J.J. Newell. And the last one is from H3 Concrete Incorporated? Is that
Yes.
Concrete Incorporated? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And their quote is $52,659.17. Again, it's $52,659.17, and that's from H3 Concrete Incorporated.
Refer to the consultant for review and recommendation.
Motion to refer the matter to the consultants for review and recommendation.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 6, matters from other departments, heads or their representatives. Anybody? Okay, moving on to correspondence. Letter A, correspondence received from Kelly Kearney requesting the bids that were opened on January 16th, 2025 to be awarded the lowest responsible and responsive bidder for the following property. 28 through 34 Ruth Street, and it's going to be awarded to Environmental Cleansing Corporation in a bid amount of $277,525.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you. Letter B, correspondence received from Larry Fentress, Hammond Mohawks, requesting to hold their annual Memorial Day Parade on Monday, May 26, 2025, with attached route.
Motion to approve the parade tentatively on the Mohawks meeting with the police department a month in advance to discuss security matters.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. And I'd like to put on the record that from now on, with things like this, that's going to be the requirement from the board, is getting a security plan that's suitable and approved by the police department. Letter C, correspondence received Controller's Office requesting approval for renewal of amusement devices license for REMS Pool Hall.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter D, correspondent received from Engineering Department requesting approval for Hammond City Hall Maintenance Pest Control Services with Rapid Pest Solutions.
It's an annual contract with Rapid to do the pest control in City Hall. Ask for your approval.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting $9,700 of CIB funding to be allocated for the Robertsdale Siren relocation submitted for approval.
And the corresponding agreement would also be included. So this storm sewer was designed by the previous engineer in the wrong location, and so we're hiring Nice Engineering to help correct the design. We'll seek restitution from the previous engineer later. Capital Improvement Board met Monday night to approve the funding for this agreement, and so I'd ask for your approval of the agreement and the agreement with Nice Engineering.
Okay, and it was signed by the controller and the mayor, and you met Tuesday night, right?
Correct,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
okay.
yep.
Okay.
Monday's on the brain. And
Gotcha,
it's-
no problem.
Monday was a holiday, yep.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Letter F, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting $17,700 of CIB funding to be allocated for Clark Field storm sewer redesign with Nees Engineering submitted for approval.
That's the contract,
Gotcha,
sorry.
You already approved it.
okay. Letter G, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting $480,250 of CIB funding to be allocated for downtown Hammond Station kiss and ride design with Lockmuir Group submitted for approval.
So I messed up, I was distracted.
Dean.
We'll finish this action and ask for you to go back to the earlier action.
Okay, so
Okay.
come back to that?
Yeah.
We'll come back to that
Gotcha.
action.
Can we probably be on the record?
Okay.
I'm embarrassed, right?
Okay,
Not thinking clearly for some reason. A representative from Lockmuir is here today. If I can't answer any questions, Jill DiTiamaso is here on behalf of Lockmuir. This is an agreement to design what we're referring to as the Kiss and Ride, which is the east approach to the new downtown Hammond Station. It'll reconstruct Russell Street from Oakley to the new station and then extend that roadway north towards Fayette. So there'll be a circular route into and out of the station to drop passengers, travelers, commuters off or pick them up. The construction's been funded by the Northwestern Indiana Regional Planning Commission, and it's in 27, 28 timeframe. So we have time to do the design, but it's a federal aid project, so it has a considerable amount of work related to getting the environmental document approved and the roadway design and
Gotcha.
land acquisition and those sorts of things. So all of that's in there. CIB met on Tuesday, thank you, and approved the funding, and so I'd ask for approval for both the funding allocation and the agreement with Lockmuir.
Motion to approve.
I second.
go back to H, I mean,
F.
F, yeah. Oh, okay, all in favor for G?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, thank you. Going back to F, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting $17,000.
Well, I'm going to,
Yes, $17,700 of CIB funding to be allocated for Clark Field storm sewer redesign with Nees Engineering submitted for approval.
So I'm going to make this hard for everyone in the room, and I apologize, right? So this is the project that relates to hiring Nice to relocate the storm sewer that was put on the private property and not within an easement.
Gotcha.
Right? So we're moving the sewer line to the easement where it belongs, and Chris Moore is helping us with that. So I'd ask for your approval of the funding allocation and the corresponding agreement. And when we're done with this, could we go back to the siren relocation?
Sure.
So I can be clear.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So item E,
Yes?
that is for the siren relocation, which I totally screwed up on. So the existing siren is at Station 2, which is within the new subdivision boundary, right? The new Station 2 is being constructed. Staff will be moved over to that station, and then the old station will be demolished, right, in the spring. And the siren needs to be relocated, otherwise it would be left on property that we intend on selling to a prospective home buyer,
Gotcha.
a home builder. And so, so we have to move the siren to the new fire station number 2, and that's this cost. Tuesday night, CIB met to approve the funding allocation, and so I'd ask for your approval of it and the agreement with Braniff Communications to move the siren.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye?
And I'm grateful to the board for your patience.
Oh, no problem. Okay, letter H, correspondence received from Ann Taylor requesting the approval of the resolution authorizing the City of Hammond Board of Public Works and Safety to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the Hammond Redevelopment Commission regarding landscaping and plow services.
Good morning. I'm hoping this is much easier. I'm here on letter H.
Yes,
Yes, this is for, this is a situation where redevelopment, I believe, entered into an agreement with an entity, but the bills are going to be either approved here and sent there, or maybe vice versa. But it's one of those situations where the city needs to be involved because of the contractual nature of it is with one entity, and the bills are going to be coming to the other entity. So this is, by the way, this is for, I think this is important because it's allowing a third party to make sure that the landscaping in our downtown Hammond project, as well as the Kennedy Avenue project, is kept up, which I think is real important for just visual.
Right.
And you know, it's hard for Public Works to keep on it just because they're stretched everywhere else, including the parks and everything during the summer. So I would request your approval of this, and I will get further details from redevelopment as to if the invoices are coming here or going there.
okay.
Motion to approve?
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Also, Mr. President, if I could request Adrian to make sure that he forwards a copy of the intergovernmental agreement to Cynthia Rangel over at redevelopment, please.
Okay. Okay, moving on to number 8, matters from board members. Anything?
No, sir.
Okay, moving, number 9, new business, letter A, first extension of agreement to rehabilitate property at 1047 Moss Street, submitted for approval.
Yes, if we could please request that this agreement be approved as presented. The rehab is continuing there, and Mr. Luter's requested this additional 90 days. And does it have an expiration date on it?
I don't know, because I don't know, let me see if I can,
We set a status for this last meeting for April 24th.
Okay. I'm just wondering if
I can't find it.
their owners were here. We don't have it?
No. Oh, here it is, yeah, I do.
It should be at the top.
Yeah, the date is January 7th, excuse me, expiration date, original was January 17th, 2025.
That makes sense then. So we'll keep that status date of April.
Yeah, I don't see it,
24th.
I don't see another date, Kevin.
Okay, request approval and keep the status date of April 24th.
Got it.
Motion to approve?
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Letter B, order to rescind and release order to demolish property located at 944 Murray Street, submitted for approval.
Got a request from the title company. They're going to pay the outstanding fees from the original demo order, and once they do, this will be sent over to the title company. Adrian's going to take care of that. So
Okay.
I request its approval.
Okay.
Motion to approve?
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Letter C, disposal authorizations received from the police department, submitted for approval. Okay.
Motion to approve?
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter D, plat of survey for Luke's 267 Station Edition, submitted for approval.
Nobody have
All
anything?
good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Request signature.
okay.
Motion to approve?
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Letter E, right-of-way permits received from engineering, submitted for approval. Like there's 3 of them.
So basically, there is 3 to approve. Generally, NIPSCO pole relocation, or replacements, sorry, and I believe there's 1 NIPSCO gas in an alley. They're pretty straightforward, no,
Okay.
I'd ask for your approval.
Okay.
Motion to approve?
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Number 10, old business, letter A, status for 4919 Pine.
Just to set the record on this, this is owned by a Miss Yamisha Mitchell from Munster. I was back before you on December 19th, 2024, and it got reset for today with an order to appear. Back in September, Bill Luter reported there were no permits pulled for interior work done without permits. He wanted to keep the findings in order in place, but we'll move to citation through the inspections department. I believe he has a status on that.
Right, we had a court hearing last week, that's why we set this date for today, so we have the court hearing. Court granted her an extension until February 27th of 2025. She did have a contractor come in yesterday, obtain a permit, at least for one step, which is exposing to make sure insulation's in place. I have that inspection scheduled for today. The hope would be that before that February 27th date, that all the answers that I had are answered, all the questions I have are answered. And best thing we can do is probably set it for 3/6, which is the week after the court date of the 27th.
So I guess my question for maybe Mr. Luter or the board would be, we've had this, we haven't had a valid rehab agreement since the end of '23. She has continued to fail to show up here. Back even in March, it was set for status to determine if the property should be demoed, and Mr. Luter has indicated there's been progress on the demolition. It's now in court under citation. So I guess I'd ask Mr. Luter whether or not the board needs to continue to monitor this. It should come off the demo list or what? Because she's not coming here. You ordered her to appear.
Right.
We sent the letter out right after on December 19th. She's not here again. I mean, the good thing, I guess, is she's shown up for court.
She did show up for court last week, yes.
So,
Well, I don't want to remove it because she hasn't come here. She's not doing anything we asked her to do, so why should we remove it?
I
in
tend
my
to agree with
opinion?
that.
okay,
So-
yeah, I mean, as long as you're okay
Unless-
continuing to monitor
I
it, that's
absolutely
fine.
want to,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Unless we'd like to apply more pressure and give her a 10-day letter.
Well, I mean, if it's getting rehabbed, are you satisfied with the,
It's similar to 2314 where work has kind of stopped. And 2314 Indianapolis, where we did give her the 10-day letter and it kind of spurred things along a little more.
January 9th.
yeah, January 9th, it was set as well, and she was ordered to appear then.
So because it's in court, does that tie our hands at all?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I guess what I mean is like, I don't want to waste your time. If you feel that your time's not wasted, then sure, set it
We don't
again
feel
for
like our
March
time's
6th.
wasted.
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure you're comfortable with it and you're okay with it. I feel bad because I'm not here able to tell you that from the law department's perspective, we're moving it forward in any way.
Right.
Bill's saying that he's doing a good job with her in court, and if the board continues to want to monitor it, I'm fine with that.
I mean, I personally do unless you two have an objection. I mean, she's not,
I would say that if by March 6th, if stuff isn't done, then we go ahead and move forward with that 10-day notice
Okay?
and apply that final pressure on her.
okay.
Motion to set the matter for status for March 6, 2025. Do we need to send her notice to appear as well again?
We will, yes.
Yes.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, letter B, status for 1101 Truman.
This is a property owned by, I'm sorry, I'm going to screw this up, Evelyn Quinteros. Evelyn Quinteros. She signed a rehab agreement on October 17th of '24 that is expiring on January 24th, 2025, which I believe is tomorrow, or is that today? And first extension of agreement this is the first extension, so this is an extension of an original agreement that expired on October 12th of 2024. This board entered the findings in order on 10/13/23.
So if Kevin's done, I spoke with the contractor yesterday. They are putting on finishing touches and expect to be done within the next 1 to 2 weeks. And we believe a 30-day status would be needed. If we do, in order to rescind, we can always cancel the status date.
Yeah, they've done obviously some pretty substantial work on
Yeah,
it.
it looks nice, yeah. So what are we doing?
They said about 1 to 2 weeks from completion. If we do 30 days, we can always cancel that status should we get an order to rescind in the meantime.
Okay, is a February 20th status date okay?
That works.
Motion to set the matter for status for February 20th, 2025.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, letter C, status for 941 Reese.
941 Reese, it was last before the board, and I have it as November 21st. Mr. Luter reported that there was some rough inspections had passed and should be done in 60 to 90 days, and that's why it was, I believe, set for.
Right. I do believe Inspector Batista did appear previously on this as well. It's his father's company that's doing the work. I spoke with him this morning. They are also 1 to 2 weeks from completion, so that February 20th day, again, we could cancel if we get an order to rescind in the meantime.
Okay.
I'd request that we have photos at the next, if we could have some
Yes,
updated
absolutely.
photos, because I haven't seen any photos lately.
Yeah, absolutely, we'll get that.
Motion to set the matter for status for February 20th, 2025.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you. Moving on to number 11, late rental registration hearings. Letter A, 1715 Parkway Avenue, 7350 Van Buren, and 3949 Torrance Avenue. Gotcha. What did I say?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. January 23rd. Okay, good morning, sir. Can you give us your name?
My name is Erickson Sanchez.
Okay, and can you tell us what happened with these three properties?
Yeah, essentially,
Let's start with Parkview, okay?
okay.
Okay,
Pretty much we were new investors in the area, and we try to buy properties under one company, and later on we just transfer to a holding company. That's pretty much what it is. We make the rental registration for the Parkview with the previous company, but when we transfer over, we just forget it. Honestly, we mess it up.
okay.
So it looks like the first two, Parkview and Van Buren, they're both owned by Four Pillars Properties LLC. Parkview was taken over ownership 8/12/24. It's the first time that it's being registered as a rental property, and they only owe for 24 for that address. But it's similar situation for actually all three. Van Buren was purchased 8/23/24, first time rental property, owes for 24 for single-family home. And then Torrance, again, single-family home purchased 7/19/24. So these are all first-time rentals under a new owner and property investor.
So all three of them are for 1 year, 1 unit?
Correct.
Okay. Good. Can we, sir, are you aware of the dates that you need to pay this by, January 1st to April 15th? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, that's what the confusion was, because
Okay.
we thought it was by April 15, but when the property was acquired after that one, so we didn't know what to do at that
Okay.
time.
We just wanted to make sure you were aware of that, that's all.
Typically, if owners purchase the property after the April 15th deadline, they would have 30 days to bring in the settlement statement, proof of ownership, to register it at the regular rate. After that, then we have to assess the late fee.
Okay, got it.
We didn't understand that one at the beginning. That's now that we are at this hearing, we just pretty much understand that one. We actually acquire a new schedule planner to make sure we don't pass these days anymore.
Okay, and if you want to stay till the meeting's concluded today, you can take these downstairs and pay the $15.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Okay, got it.
Motion to waive the late fee for the three properties.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to letter B. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Letter B, 6232 Monroe. Good morning, sir. Could you give us your name?
Inan Lee.
What's the first name?
Inan.
Okay, gotcha. And can you tell us what happened?
So, I just purchased the property on May 2024, and then we did some work on it, like flooring and painting. After I rented out on November of 24, and so I just came to do the rental restoration, and
Okay.
saying I have to put in the affidavit or
Affidavit.
something. So I didn't know that. I just didn't know that.
Okay,
Yeah, so Mr. Need purchased the property, like I said, May 17th to 24. It was initially listed and structured as a 3-unit property. We did the inspection. I actually have the Board of Works file I'm working on completing, but he has been cooperative in agreeing to convert the property back to a 2-unit with a single-family home in front and single-family in rear. So we would be seeking just the 2 units for 2024, and then and that should cover it. He has been cooperative in allowing the inspectors access and working with them to address the issues.
okay, so the affidavit issue's been taken care of?
Yeah, I have a copy of the affidavit here, so
Okay.
if he wants to fill one out for the months that it was unoccupied, I'm not 100% certain if he had the rear while the front was being worked on, if the rear was occupied or not, but he can register it,
So
whatever.
did you
unit was
understand? You can
occupied.
fill that out after the meetings today. He can explain to you how to do it.
Okay, yes.
Okay. We're good then, yep.
Motion to waive the late fee.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Moving on to letter C, 6942 Alabama. Thank you. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Could you give us your name?
Alma Bautista.
Batista, could you tell us what happened on this address?
At the time when we are like, I helping this investor to do the rentals and everything,
Could you pull that mic down a little close? There you go. Thank
okay,
you. Okay.
I helping him, and by the time that we are like doing the other rent, and it was not rented by the time, it was 2 units. So I register one, I mean, I help him in that, and I totally doesn't even know that we have to do it, even if it's not rented, it should be better to do it, so I totally apologize for
Cheaper
that.
too, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and it gets out of the way. The property was purchased by McAllister Associates LLC in 2022. The previous owner had registered it through 2023 because they actually, through 21 because they occupied the property. And so in the rental registrations, they stipulate that the front was owner occupied, the rear was rental, so it may appear in our system that there was a singular unit. But last year, it's the first time they registered the property, and they only registered the 1 unit. However, since the owner moved out, there'd be another one. So we're here for 1 unit for 23 and then 2 units for 2022. Or 2024.
24.
Yeah,
And then there's nothing else you need from her?
nope.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Okay. Motion to waive the late fee.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, ma'am, if you want to stay till the meeting's over, you can pay the $15. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the meeting's now open to the public. Anybody have anything they want to say? Chris, Chief, nothing? Okay.